Hello everybody, good morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever it is where you are. I am going on my first ride of the day, and I plan on recording today, but it's kind of overcast right now, so I'll record this afternoon on my second ride. But let's take a look at the miles here so we get a start for the day. It's 64.77, so let's see how far we can go this morning, and then we'll add to it this afternoon. Oh, I just went through some mud there, but that was kind of scary. I lost traction and zigzagged, so gotta watch it today. Well, there's where we ended. 6:55:51. Should be like 73 or 4 miles, I think, if I remember right. So we'll see you this afternoon. Hello everybody, Papa Blue Shirt here. It's in the afternoon now, and we're getting ready to go on my second ride. See if we can get 100 miles today. This is where we're starting, 65:51. And we're gonna see if we can finish out our 100 miles today. Got my extra battery here in case I need it, because these are not charged all the way. I didn't wait enough for the batteries to charge, so oh, you got it bad when you can't even wait till your battery's charged. I'm fixing to mount another battery here, and so maybe I can get my 100 miles in the morning, and I won't have to go back out when it's hot, because it's like 88 degrees, I think, or 86 or something like that. It's warm to stand in here, so we're gonna get going. Let's get going. Yeah, my plan is to add one battery at first and see how it handles. And if it handles all right with that one, I'll add another one. But I'm gonna hook these up so I don't have to keep switching these all the time, because in between that bar, it's very tight, and I have a hard time getting my battery in sometimes. And not something I want to be switching all the time. So that's the plan. Well, I've made it out of the most dangerous part of my trip, probably, is my driveway. Got a lot of rain from hurricanes and stuff, and whenever that happens, boy, it just washes out my driveway. And I can't fix it right away because it's too wet. I have to wait a day or two. So, and I'll be doing it later on this week. I'll be fixing that. Yeah, my back issues are just about back to normal. I get a tinge every once in a while to remind me, hey, don't do too much, but looks like Papa Blue Shirt is back. Yeah, the ride by Crazy Ride and try to get to 15,000 miles this year. Didn't look too promising for a while there, but now I can see it. I can see me making it now, so yeah. Well, I brought my 360 camera, and once I got out here, I realized that my power bank didn't get charged up, so I can't run my 360 the whole time, but I can give you a music video. And here it is. fun. I love doing those music videos. If no one else enjoys them, I do. Put a handlebar riser on here the other day, and boy, it really helped things out. There's a few changes I've made that, boy, I can't imagine riding without anymore, and that's my seat, my suspension seat, my handlebar riser now, and my chain ring and my FREEWHEEL. That's what makes this bike my bike, and so I can ride so many miles. You know, my legs are still going really fast, but it's at a tolerable speed where I can actually keep up with it. Before, you know, you pedal like a maniac and you really weren't putting nothing into it. I can actually put power into this now with this new chain ring. And I just put a chain ring guard on here just the other day. I'll try to leave a link for that in case you want to put one on yours. But yeah, I put a 62 chain ring on here, and 11 by 28 I think was the FREEWHEEL, and it made this bike a whole lot more rideable than it was before. But we're going to try to get at least my 26 miles. I'll probably go a little further because I want to try to make up for the rain days. I'm trying to average 100 miles a day so I can get my 3,000 miles this month. And that's a pretty tall order, because in order to do that, you have to do probably 110 or 120 every day, because there's going to be days that you get rained out and stuff that you won't be able to do it. So that's what we're going to try today. I told my wife, I said, I'm going to put a 4th battery on here, maybe a 5th. And she said, people are going to think you're crazy. And I said, well, I am. And I said, that's why they watch. Some old guy doing crazy stuff. Probably wouldn't be too entertaining just watching some old guy ride 10 miles a day. Oh, I just love to ride. I don't really care what people think. I can't do it without an e-bike, so I have an e-bike and I ride, you know. And people can say all day long that it ain't like riding a regular bike. Granted, it's not. But how many of you on a regular bike are going to ride for 100 miles a day? Average. I venture to say not very many, unless you're going on a cross-country thing or something. Most people don't ride 100 miles a day with a regular bike or an e-bike. So that's my goal. I'm not trying to beat anybody except myself. I always want to do more than I did the year before, so hopefully I'll be able to get the 15,000 here. And then you'll see how the jumbo handle. So far I haven't had no problems with it. Probably the biggest issue is that it doesn't show the trip, how to reset the trip odometer. I don't think it's there. I don't think it was ever programmed. And I don't think it's nothing that is particular. Oh, look at the turkeys. I don't think it's something that's particular to this e-bike. I think it's particular to this type of display, because I've heard of other people with other bikes, they had the same issue when they had this display. So, and I will say I still like my H8 display a lot better than this one. I wish they would have left that one on there, but other than that, the bike's been really good. And speaking of my H8, I tore apart the motor the other day. But by the time you see this, it'll be old news, because that video will already be posted probably way before this one. So, but I had to order some new parts. So if you want to see what a hub motor looks like with over 14,000 miles, I'll leave a link down below in case you want to go check that out. Well, up here we have a little Amish store here. Do their own little business. That big rooster out there, sometimes it scares me. I think there's a person standing there. boy, it's a nice day. It is a little warm, but not real super windy, probably 15-mile-an-hour winds. Ah, it sure is nice. Love to ride. I still get that same feeling when I first started riding. Kind of feel like a superhero. Because you know there ain't no way no old man like me is gonna do no 35 mile an hour. Unless he's a superhero. Maybe someday if they get like an exoskeleton they can put on top of me maybe, but I'd be kind of afraid of that. Make my leg go a certain way or something. Look at those clouds. Those are like a Bob Ross clouds, aren't they? We'll put a little happy cloud right here. That was a crop dusting helicopter we saw there. That's kind of neat. I did have some drones at my property the other day. But I'll probably have that as a standalone video. Drones spraying the field. A deer way out there. Ran back to where it was spooked them out of. Oh, I really like this bridge they did now. I just seen that helicopter coming through here. I wonder where he's at. I don't see him now. Probably buzz my head and scare me. Yeah, my grandson really likes when I do the 360 camera. He thinks it's so neat that the stick disappears. So David, that music video was for you. If no one else liked it, you did, I'm sure. Going through my little tree tunnel here. I really like these tree tunnels, especially when it's hot. Well, we're coming up on 20 miles here. So another 6 more miles, then I'll have my 100 in. And then the rest will just be padding for the next day. I'm trying to catch up. So yeah. This road down here floods. I've seen it way up over this, way out here. There's actually a house out there too. I imagine they get flooded out all the time. I don't know why people would buy a house in a floodplain. I see those floods all the time, and boy, I don't want no part of that. You know, most of the cities they built right on the river, you know, and because, you know, the river was commerce. But, you know, we don't need that no more, so I'm looking for a place way off. When I bought our house down here, I researched it all and seen how high it was and where all the creeks were and where all the rivers were and how far above sea level it was, and I wanted to make sure, but then I still flooded. But our flood was just a runoff issue, which, you know, a lot of them are, but we got 13.5 inches of rain and about 6 inches in an hour. So there ain't no way your drains can handle that. And I had one drain that was collapsed that I didn't know. And so we backed up on that one, and we've since fixed it, and we haven't had no problems with it since. So, of course, we haven't had 13.5 inches of rain since either, but I went from a 16-inch culvert to a 3-foot culvert, so I'm pretty sure it's going to handle it. Yeah, look at the corn. Look, corn looking pretty good. Almost done, it looks like. Well, there's my 100 miles. 100 miles. Not too shabby for an old man, if I don't say so myself. Yeah, look how they plant the corn right up to the road here. I'm on the back road here. One of my favorite roads to ride. And yeah. I I still think if I could pick an address, this would be the one up here. Check it out. 777, the perfect number. Yeah, that'd be the address I'd pick. Well, I wonder what kind of vegetables they got today. Tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, onions, cabbage, okra, squash, and local honey. Yep. I say, you know, I used to plant my own garden and then do all that work in the heat and stuff, and I say, you know, they do a better job than I could ever do anyway, so I'll just let them do it and I'll buy it from them. I do grow my own tomatoes in my grow room. I got probably 150 micro tomato plants. And so I do grow my own cherry tomatoes, but it gets a little hot in there in the summertime, so they don't like to grow as well. Yeah, I really like this area. Nice hilly area. Really fun to ride. Wow, look at the deer. I guess that was a buck. Went in there somewhere. Somehow they can hop in the woods and you just lose them. Just boom, you don't see them. That's why they do it, right? Yep, I see a lot of deer. Well, I seen 8 or 10, I think it was, or 5 or 6, I don't know. Anyways, I seen a whole bunch of big bucks the other day in my yard. I didn't get a good count on them because they went so fast. Really like to ride down here. Not too often I see a car, but I'm following one now. It smells like they're smoking. Slow down and let them get ahead of us here. Yep, it seemed like the key to my back issues was raising my seat and putting on an SI belt. SI belt is just a belt that puts tension on your sacroiliac joint, and it really made a difference. Almost immediately I started getting a bunch of relief, and like I said, it's almost all went away now. I think the biggest issue was my seat was too low, and so in that regard, putting my shorter cranks on it really helped also, because my knees don't go all the way up now. They used to come way up toward my chest, and that would bind my hip, the hip joint. When I put a shorter crank on, it opened up that hip joint. So yeah, I've been riding some hard rides up really steep hills with no battery, and so far it's been so good. So hopefully that problem is over and I can be my normal jolly self and not have to talk about my owies. Yeah, these people just bought this and they really done a lot of work on this. That used to be so overgrown you couldn't even see it. They got it all fixed up real nice, and they worked on this barn down here. The barn was about to fall down, and boy, look at it now. Really beautiful. Of course, that's probably the best you'll ever see it, because that cedar will get old looking after a while, but right now it looks really nice. But we're at 32.7 miles. So we'll come up here to this little town up here, and then we'll turn around and go back home. Yeah, I think it's funny how people mow their lawn down to nothing. I mean, they mow it so low that the deck is scraping the bottom. And I think they do it because they think they won't have to mow as often, but that's not how grass works. When you cut grass that low, it thinks it's dying, so it shoots up growth. I have to mow. I have this area that we have for our dog, and my daughter likes the grass to be short. So in that area, I cut it real short for her. And I mow the other lawn every month. And her part, I mow every 2 weeks. So I'll mow it and then when I mow the other, I'll mow it again, and it catches up with the other. Even though I'm only mowing the other once a month. It isn't so bad if they do it all the time, but I just think it's funny when they let it get 2 or 3 inches or 4 or 5 inches, and then they try to cut it that low, and it looks like a hayfield. And all that grass is on top, and it makes the other grass die. So yeah, I don't know. Things that make you go hum. Of course, maybe I'm just trying to justify me mowing my lawn once a month. Shh, don't tell my wife. Now with my back issues, I said, you know, we tried to get someone else to mow it, and it was going to cost us like $800 a month. And we said, well, can't you do it every other time? And they said, oh, it takes longer, and so it'd be the same price. It's like, ain't no way I'm paying that. Yeah, I'll buy a remote control one before I do that. So I decided that I'm just going to mow it just the once a month, and so far it's worked out really good. I only got 4 more times to mow, I think. And then I'll be done for the year. So yeah, that's sweet. And actually our grass don't look that bad. I'm almost on time to mow it again here real soon, and it don't look too bad yet. Now it's 37. So we'll end up probably around 42 or 43 or 45 or something like that. I don't know how far I am from the house right now, but yeah. Yeah, I come down the hill this morning, and boy, there was a bunch of mud over the road where that overflowed, and I already was right up on it, so I had to commit, and boy, a little scary there. Got a little wibbly wobbly. But hopefully it'll be dried up, because we got to go through there again, so hopefully it'll be all dried up for me. Yep, here it is. Looks like it's all dried up. Well, that's neat. Got some Amish on a horse up here. We got to take them off the road here because they see me coming. Don't want the horses to get too skittish. Well, that wasn't too bad. Got by them without spooking them, that's good. I have spooked them before, and they took off running and run like a bandit. So I try to really slow down when I get by them now. Well, they just planted something out there. Can't tell what it is yet. Looks like it might be soybean. Well, I think that was like 42 or 44 miles or something like that. So, about 110 or 115 or something. I don't remember what it was. But I'll put it on the screen here so you'll know. But yeah, nice ride, and we got her done. Yeah, been nice. I'm fixing to put a battery right here. Extra battery, and I'm going to hook this one up so it's actually hooked up so I don't have to switch them. So that's going to be nice. So stay tuned. Alrighty, this is Papa Blue Shirt. Thanks for riding with me today. Goodbye, good luck, and may the good Lord take a liking to you.